Okay. Okay. Mother effer. Let's see if this works. Okay, back on. Okay, let's see if we can get this OBS Studio. Says it's excellent. Let's see if we can get it to effing work. Okay. Okay, guys. Dude, I'm liking this gold trade. Let's wait for the fam to get in here. Come on, guys. What happens if I hit Control V there? Nada. Okay. I think I think my computer's a little fucking crazy. Is this thing working yet? There it is. Finally, this fucker's working. Okay. This is on the 1 hour. Okay. 10 o'clock closed. I'm not really liking that. The 30 minutes. Let's see if anyone else jumps back on. I don't know if they are or not. It is what it is. So I just started a brand new funded account. This is its interface. It does not use MetaTrader. As you can see right here, I took a short on US30. And so my balance is 900. It's a $10,000 account. I wanted to try it out for the very first time. It's a whole brand new deal. So I took some L's the other day on gold, like I told you guys earlier. So I was down less than 1%. No big deal. I'm only down like fucking $60 some. Who cares? And then, so I took some US30 shorts right here. We're in just a bit of drawdown. No big deal. I wanted to really just test this new broker out and this new, I'm only like $14 drawdown, so no one really cares. And just see how this works, and just test out this new internet platform. To be honest with you, it's not the best, but I'm really just using this to enter trades. I'm not really using this to mark up trades. All right. So this is for the 3 people who jumped back on here, DC and Jason. Thank you guys very much for jumping back in. Hopefully, I've changed the settings on the OBS Studio and we get this shit figured out. What I'm showing you guys now is my Flash Funding, which is the broker that I use. Excuse me, the funding company that I use. So apparently, and I'm learning too, guys, a lot of the funded companies are having to get away from USA clients because of MetaTrader. MetaTrader is just being weird with funding companies because, as you know, the funding companies aren't the brokers and they're running through a broker. So they're, from what I understand, they're not really liking companies that are third party. So that's between the brokers and MetaTrader or whatever. Anyways, so what My Flash Funding has done is partnered with these guys. And to be honest with you, I've got to go back and double check the name of it, but it's a web-based, internet-based trading platform system. As you see here, you can do it live from your internet browser, or you can download their add-on, like kind of like an app, and to my desktop. And so that's what I've done. So I don't really like, to be honest with you, the drawing features and actually marking stuff up because I can't change these Fibonacci numbers. I can't select, unselect some. I can't add my stop loss. As you can see here, the 61.8 extension is on the wrong side for me. It's just not what I want. So the lesson learned of this one is this is not the best marking up software. You mark your shit up on TradingView, okay? But the one thing I do like about that is when you, it has your balances up top, your equity, right? Your free funding, your margin levels, your margin percentage, whatnot. It has your current profit over here to the top right. So you can see I'm in $19 drawdown, no big deal. When you come into the stop loss, let's say, and you want to modify the stop loss and you change the price, it also changes the dollar value. And you can see that right here. So as you're typing in pending orders, or manually typing in your stop losses and take profits, it shows you how much it is on the screen right there. And then you can always click and drag like you can in MetaTrader. You can click and drag these stop losses and TPs. It doesn't show you how much it is on the screen, right? Which is a little bit different, but you can come back over here and click that little modify thing, and then it'll show you. So this is a brand new traded account that I told you we started last week, this Monday. And I've only taken a couple losses. I've taken those 2 gold losses right there because of the glitching and the bullshit that happened yesterday with my other account, and it threw me off on a lot of stuff. So we're in the short now on this. So if you come in here, that's another thing. Look, is I can scroll in and out, but I can't move the chart to the left, and I can't move it up and down. I can't click here and changed none of that. So again, it is what it is. It's just a tool when you really should be using MetaTrader. And on that fucking trading, I should have put in this trade for a full 1%, and then I would be winning. I'd be winning this trade like, man, I'd be in some serious profit if I was doing this on my funded account. But this is the problem with running more than one account, and that glitch with Carbon yesterday just threw me off on my game altogether. So as you can see, this entry was a little bit lower because I took that off of my limit for my funded account, but the manual entry I did take on Carbon. So it is in a better spot. Yeah, so it is right there. So we're just now getting at the break even, a tiny bit of drawdown on that. So we're good to go. No big deal. We ain't worried. So it's lucky it's just you two guys here today, which is all good. I also did take a buy right here on Carbon, not on my funded account. Let's look at NASDAQ real quick. And yeah, like I told you, I took a 001. I took a mini just for the fuck of it. Just like, who cares? What happened is on Carbon, we saw this as a gap, right? So I saw that area get targeted. So when the news came open, the market opened this morning, it targeted it. I said, okay, well, let's just buy that right there. It came down and rejected. That's a 61.8 fib is, I think, on the other side, actually. If I would have fibbed it this way, from there to there. So I'm basically just looking, see, look, 61.8. So I'm basically just looking for a continuation to buy up, and that's why I put my stop loss right here, because really what I want to do is sell. So I'm just taking a mini, like I'm only risking like $5. Like I don't even give a damn. I'm just doing it for the hell of doing it. And then the TP on this thing is like $24. So it's just like, yeah, you know. Again, sometimes you just put in these trades just to test yourself, just to test the market. You're not really concerned about if you win or lose the $5. I could care less. But I just like this. I like this. The fact that this market needs to pump up to come up here to the sell area. We are in a bullish market, so I am expected to come up. We did have that gap. It looks like we also have kind of like a touch of a trend line, you know, like on the bottom of this. So it kind of makes sense, the reason why I'd want to turn around there. So yeah, let's go. So 30, I'm in sells. We're at break even. Basically, I'm in Goldie buys. I'm in CAD-J. We're in profit. The EJ, we're in profit, but it's tracking up. This is probably going to break, hit this stop loss, but the stop loss is in profit, so we're good to go. The GU hasn't hit our limit yet, so I'm not in GUs yet. The UCADs, we are in good profit on the UCADs as well. You know, we took the entry from up here at the top, and UCAD is now sinking, so we're good to go. Hallelujah. And UJ, we are in profit on UJ. So with us being profit in UJ and CAD-J, they're both buying up. EJ is also buying up. The other two were in buys, but EJ were in sells because we caught such a sniper entry. So I'm okay. I've taken all the profit off this. I only have a runner left over. As you can see, I've taken the profit over there. And yeah, I'm just going to let it do its deal. If it breaks, if it hits the stop loss right here, no big deal. What I've also done, and what I was telling the guys yesterday was, you know, they always have questions about where do you move your break even, whatnot. So if you draw this sell fib, right, push down, and then we have these Elliott waves coming up to the 88.6. Oh my God, look at that rejection, the 88.6. This is hopefully going to start selling off. That'd be cool. I mean, I'm not mad at it, but look at where my stop loss is. My take profit, excuse me. This is the stop loss from this buy order. So it's protected in profit, right? I'm have trailing stop loss, but I put it right where my stop loss would be from this fib. So it makes sense, right? So yeah, protected and put my stop loss where it should be if I took the other trade. And so let's just hopefully all this shit sells off. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd like to have UJ and CAD-J buy up. So we'll see what happens there. You guys have any questions? We've got 6 people. What up, DC and Jason? I have to get off about 10 minutes. Hopefully you'll still be on. Yeah, I'll be on for a little bit. I got some meetings in the morning I got to do in about an hour. But basically what it is I took this took the US30 sell. I did take a small buy on NASDAQ, but I'm really waiting for the sell up here. Maybe that's going to be tomorrow. So what I'm hoping is this market pushes all the way up here today, so maybe stalls out, screws around over the Asian session, gets into this area. So tomorrow when the news drops, it just sinks. All right. And so we'll be looking to take that sell tomorrow. As always, you know tomorrow's a different day, but you know how we do, right? We're gonna enter here, we're gonna put our stop loss right above there, and then we're gonna be targeting these lows down here. Okay, but right now this is just like a little miniature intraday. So selling that, and then on Goldie, I'm already in buys on Goldie. I'm TP wanting up here at these wicks. And this is the true liquidity here. So like I told you guys last week, I think that everyone in the world was waiting for gold to sell off, and they saw this motion, and they're like, this is it. And everyone, dude, just jumped on the gold sell train. So there's probably all sorts of stop losses and all sorts of shit sitting right here. And so what did the market do? Push, give us a wick back in, and then tank. Well, guess what, guys? It's building, 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 building. The fact that this market is not aggressive in the buys up lets me know that this is not liquidity. Lets me know that this, when the market grabs liquidity, it's a V shape. And this slow ass stuff gives me 100% confidence that it's going to come back down. So I am more than willing to take a sell up here. I just don't know how high this market is going to go to screw out all of these people. So that's what we're doing. We're going to buy up, let these people get knocked out of all their trades, right? And then we go the opposite direction. So let's think about this on a liquidity stand front. If you have just hundreds of thousands of people and apparently millions and hundreds of millions and whatever amounts of dollars selling here, and now you're in some serious profit, you're going to move your shit to break even. Which means what? Which means you're buying, right? So if you're selling up here and now your stop loss is at break even, when this market gets back up here, that means you're buying. That means you're going to be buying gold at 2180. Okay, and then so the banks are gonna be like, fine, yeah, we'll sell it to you, and that is when this liquidity is going to flip and say adios. For every buyer, there has to be a seller, and if they're selling here and they're shorting, that means they've got to buy it back up here. So there's a bunch of people who are sellers, but really they've got their break evens in this area, which means they're going to be buyers. And so for a buyer, there's going to be a seller, and then the banks are going to come in here, scoop up all these sell orders, and drop a fucking bomb on them and send us south. So this is why it's always safer to play, let the market break trend and then catch the pullback. Well, guess what? This has not broken trend. This low has not been broken. Right? That low did not get broken. But what it did do is set us up with a nice little double bottom, which we know is now as a target. So what we're going to do is buy up. We're going to take our profit just before these wicks in case it wants to sink. All right? So let me delete all this stuff. So that is our plan. We're working our plan. We see a double bottom. We know that's a target. We're in buys from the bottom. We're going to run this up. We're going to take our TP, and then we're going to let the market do whatever it wants to do. We have no idea what it's going to do up here. Is it going to keep pushing, set highs? Is it going to break? Is it going to stall? I don't give a shit because I'm out of here at TP1 and leaving a runner. But I do know that it's probably going to sell down. And so I'm just going to be sitting on my hands, waiting for the signals, waiting for the RSI, waiting for this liquidity to get broken out before I sell, and this is going to be the target. This is TP1 right there then. And that, my friends, is a shitload of pips. Let's just say we get there, and that is 3,000 pips. Is that even right? 300? Yeah, whatever it is. It's a shit ton. It's a lot of money, put it that way. So, yeah, guys, that's what I'm trying to do. So we're in this buys, and I'm in the full position. I haven't shaved off any profit, and I'm letting it go, mostly because I lost fucking some money the other day when this shit screwed me over. And so now I've made back that money. If I close the trade right now, I'd be at break even from the loss I took earlier. But I don't want to be at break even. I want to make money. So I'm going to let this go until just below these pips, and we'll figure it out from there. Where are the stops on US30? My friend, there is a Fibonacci tool that I use. I've made a very extensive video on how I use those Fibonaccis, and those questions will be answered in that video. I implore you to go and watch it. But for the meantime, I'm I always put my stop loss, no matter what situation, at 10% of the Fibonacci that I'm working in. And so for this particular instance, I caught the sell in somewhere in this area. It doesn't matter the number where the Fibonacci is. And mine is 39,366-ish area. It's always 10%. It never changes. I need to give myself breathing room as this thing comes into profit, and then maybe you could start to, do one of these numbers with your stop loss. But do not over leverage. Just know that that's what the stop loss is. It's 166 pips. Put your leverage correct, man. For my trading style and my my strategy calls for a 10% stop loss. Because really what you're doing, you could be playing double tops, you play double bottoms, you got to have something. Anyone who tells you they put their stop loss at 10 pips, 20 pips, whatever, those people are going to get their shit eaten up all day long. So I do 10%, and sometimes if I have it, I'll just do 1 or 2 pips on the other side of the 10%. Just like I take a majority of my trades at 88.6, but maybe I'll take the trade just a few pips right before the 88.6 just to make sure I get in the trade. So, yeah, no problem, my man. But I did put a full video together on how I use the Fibos, and yeah, it's always 10%, 10% right there. And that's why I have it. So if you go to Fibs and you pull up the settings, those are my Fibs. Those are my settings. It's right here, 1.1, right? And then my TPs are the 236 and the 618 extensions. So yeah, and you'll see those TPs down here. So what I like to do, guys, a little extra sauce if you're new, because I don't remember seeing you on the chat, but thank you very much for coming by. I will line up, let's say this sell fib. Let's use this tool. From this top to this bottom is the fib we're working in, and this extension right here, the 236 Fibonacci extension, happens to line up with my buy fib, which is from the bottom down here. Let's show you from the bottom down here to the top of up here, right? I like to buy in the 786 to 886 zone, so I mark this off as a buy zone, and that extension on that sell fib for these people to take profit is right in the middle of my buy zone. So this is how I start to stack my confirmations. So I like to buy, and then I like to sell, and then I like to buy, and then I like to sell. So what I like to do is start stacking my Fibonacci's on top of each other, so I get a flow of where the market's going. And then I often will mark off this no trade zone because I don't want to get caught up in the middle of this choppy shit. I want to take the best trades. And for me, taking the best trades means I wait till after liquidity has been taken. So this morning on US30, as you can see, this top here, this top here, and this top here, liquidity has been taken. Therefore, I'm looking for sells in my sell zone, which I admit I modified because my sell zone it would be in this liquidity, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to wait. Yeah, I do stream regularly. I stream almost every day. I try to stream. I have every night. I have what's called a market outlook, where I mark the charts up so we're prepared for the next day, and then we wake up in the morning and then we trade those charts and those markups. We come up with a plan A and a plan B, right? So for us, for last night, my plan A was this thing to push up, get in this zone somewhere, find resistance, and sell off. And then the plan B was if this thing happens to melt, perhaps we could find some sort of resistance, but again, we're in my no trade zone, so we really don't have a plan B. But what I'd like to do is do a plan A and a plan B. If this thing goes down from here, what are we going to do? If it goes up from here, what are we going to do? We have all that stuff marked out on the charts, so that way in the morning when we wake up, we do our prayer, we do our routine, we do our meditation, get some hydration, whatnot, coffee, and then we're not surprised, and we have a game plan for the charts for that day. I have a video on the morning routine as well. I have a video on the Fibonacci's. I have the video on the strategy. I've got it all up there. If you want any additional videos on any of the other shit, let me know. Thank you very much for turning those notifications on and subscribe. That really helps. So yeah, so that's what we're doing there. And for Goldie, as you guys heard me say, we are buying on Goldie. And you've got my theory around why we're buying on Goldie. I think the whole world is shorting up here, and I think there's all sorts of liquidity up here. And so I think these bankers and these people are trying to fuck all these people out of the liquidity before the real sell happens. So right now we're in buys, and I'm holding my full position. I have not taken TP1, but I did move to break even. So gold, guys, loves the 78.6 Fibonacci. And let me show you if you guys weren't here yesterday. On this Fibonacci, there's people who could put it here, and there's people who could have put it there, and there's people who could have put it there. And look at reason why I put my Fibonacci there. If we look at this 236 zone, okay, guys, I have these zones marked off not because I trade them, but I use them as reference to give me confidence. This 236 zone is getting respected. This 382 zone is getting respected almost perfectly. The 50% zone has this wick above, but look at all these wicks and these candles closing below. The 61.8 is getting respected. This wick come down. It's not perfect on the 61.8, but there's some action there. The 78.6 got respected. Look at that. Wick below and took off. The 886 almost tapped it, but it's these zones are pretty damn close, man. So that gives me confidence that this Fibonacci placement at the bottom, obviously the top is the top. You can't deny that. But this is the correct bottom. So this is the fib we need to be playing in. And once you know that, once you have that confidence, gold really loves the 78.6, right? The majority of the time, it loves the 78.6. In this particular time, as you can see, it went all the way for a double bottom. It's not perfect, but our normal zone is a buy in the zone right there. So we would just mark this off as a buy zone. And we don't take any trades unless it's in our buy zone. Number one rule, don't take any trades unless it's in your zone. Number two rule, or number 1.1, if you will, which is just as fucking important, is liquidity needs to be taken, okay? And in this situation, we have all these wicks, we have this wick, and we have this, right? So if you ask me, my opinion, this is liquidity, okay? What did it do? It come down, it took out all of that liquidity, found our low as support and gave us a double bottom, and is now pushing off. So on the flip side, we're not going to get out of this trade early. We want to hold it for a good TP. So where's liquidity? Liquidity is sitting at the top of this wick and sitting in this area right here. So what I'm willing to do is take TP just a bit early, right before the top of that wick, so that I make sure that it doesn't reverse on me, right? I want to get the most pips, but I don't have to take all the pips, okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be greedy and take them all. So yeah, that's the gold trade, and there we are. And so buy zone, look, and also rule number 3, we need to see overbought or oversold in the RSI for confluence. Okay, there it is. Look at the divergent. This low is getting lower, but the RSI is getting higher. So now we have divergence. So now it's giving ourselves confidence. All right, and this is what we do. We stack these confirmations. And I wish this US30 would turn around right now. I do understand this is a bull market, right? So these sells, especially up here, you know, it is what it is, right? It's like it is a bit risky considering the previous market. We need to be concentrating on buying. You hear me continuously say that. There's another reason why I bought NASDAQ down here. You know, this sell up here is also going to be riskier than normal because we're in such a bull market. But I mean, look at this RSI. Okay, it is still divergent. Even though this is now breaking over the top, this price is still divergent. Okay, let's look at the 1 hour. No, the 1 hour is no longer divergent, which kind of sucks, but it is overbought. So, I mean, that's okay. It doesn't have to be divergent on the 1 hour, but we definitely want to see it divergent on the smaller time frames. All right. I like to see a three touches, the 3 touch on the divergent. And I'll explain that now. So, first touch, second touch, third touch, okay? And then what I like to see then on the flip side, so the trend line, 1, 2, 3. On this, I like to see 3 touches too. 1, 2. This doesn't have to be like a perfect trend line, just 3 touches. And honestly, the third touch is right there at the oversold. I'm popping another entry. I'm taking a second entry. All right, there it is. Second entry taken. Stop loss moved. So I'm in this trade for a lot. A lot of percentages. I don't even want to calculate that shit right now. But I just took 2 full entries. Okay, so maybe what I should do, I would say maybe what I should do is deleverage that first one, but it's not a big deal. They're super close together. Actually, it's 1 candle's width apart, and this is on a 2-hour time frame. So let's just reset this. So yeah, we're stacking entries now. So my first entry is right there. Obviously my second entry was just taken. You heard me take it. And the second entry is right in this area right there. So we got two. So my first entry is not in a whole lot of drawdown. Same stop loss on both. And yeah, let's see this fucker turn around. So the second entry is popped already in profit. So we're good to go. I mean, we're not good to go long term, but I like the fact that it's at least trying to reject. This is how you can catch these super good entries, guys. And if we come down, let's say the 15, let's just delete all this shit so we can see what the charts look like. You know, I like to see the 3 touches on the RSI. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, we have it here. We also have it here in a much smaller time frame. And then I really like the 3 minute. I don't know why. I can't remember who showed me the 3 minute. I'm like, oh, look at that. I kind of like that. 1, 2, 3 touch. It's at the top of our zone as well. This is on the divergent on the 3 minute. So we're starting to stack these confirmations. All right, we're overbought on the RSI in the 1 hour. We are divergent on the 30 minute. We're also divergent on the 3 minute. So we're seeing divergence and we're seeing overbought on the 1 hour. So hey guys, pull the trigger. It is what it is. If you want to deleverage, you can move your first entry to break even, and then you should have some sort of confidence that it's going to at least hit you at break even. And perhaps that's what we do. I mean, honestly though, if we look at it, I mean, you would think you'd at least get a push down to here, right? You would at least get a push to this top right here. So that would actually be a small bit of profit if you wanted to do that.
Hey, where are the dogs?
They're in the backyard. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to move my my TP for my first entry then to deleverage, because I don't need to be leveraged this high, to right there. Actually, they're right here. Bristle's right here. Fucking dogs. Sorry about that. The old lady's hounding me about where the damn dogs are. I don't know where the damn dogs are. Who cares where the dogs are? Apparently, the OBS studio is working. I haven't seen it give me any errors. And let me know in the chats if it's been screwy with you guys. Thanks all 10 people for stopping by. We got Ashton, Will, Jason, DC. I think maybe Jason or DC took off. But if you guys are in the chats, put a comment so I know who's in here and I can say what's up. We just took a US30 second entry. We had the first entry, you know, right around this area, right around the 88.6. And I just took another entry just now. That is off of the 3 minute RSI being divergent. So it's, if we stack the confirmations, it's in our zone. 1, liquidity's been taken. 2, RSI is overbought. 3, divergent on the 30 minute. 4, and then once we start having all these, we can really come down to the smaller time frames, 3 minute, and we see divergent on there. We have 5 confirmations as of right now of why we should take this trade. So DC, if you're just not getting back in, I just popped another entry on 30. So sometimes if you're wanting to see how these guys are, like me in particular, other people, catch super sniper entry trades, it's because we do this, and then that first trade, if you want to hold it, by all means hold it, but you can also move that first trade to break even or just a small amount of profit, because you should have some confidence, or I have some confidence, that this is going to give us a push, you know, at least to the top of this area right here. And if we caught that entry up here, which we did, we could have some profit and we can deleverage the position and we just hold the high position. Okay. So that's what I'm looking to do. And that is what I've done. And so I'll show you on here real quick. There is the second position. There is the first position. I moved the first position in just a small amount of profit. Right there, nothing big, but I'll get out of that trade with the small dubs. We'll deleverage because I have 2 full positions in, and so perhaps I am just a bit over leveraged, and I don't need to take that much of a loss if this thing does decide to go the opposite direction. So now you're probably saying, well, you're over leveraged, and I'd say, well, yeah, but it's okay. Like, I'm not freaking out about it, right? It's not like I'm 50% of my fucking bank account or anything. When I say over leverage, it's probably like 1.5%, right? It's not crazy. But now that I think about that, I do need to set my take profits. So the take profit, let's go to the 2 hours. So where is our TP on this? Let's go back to the 2 hour. Our TP should at least be this bottom right here. So 38, yeah. So let's go to the 2 hour on this. That's a fucking hell of a TP, brother. We're coming all the way down to those dots. If you're on carbon, it's the first dot of the 2 hour trade. If I hit that, that'll be at like over 10%. So I'm good. I'm good there. I'm good at 10%. You fucking kidding me? So yeah. TP1 is going to be a cool 700 pips. Now, look, guys, am I going to say it's going to get there in one shot? Hell, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to get there or not. We could lose this fucking trade. I don't know. But what I am saying is that I see these fair value gaps. I see these candles. I see these wicks. I have a hell of a lot of confidence that this is going to come down and clear this. So perhaps I take my TP1 at the bottom of these wicks, knowing that it's going to target this liquidity and then maybe find support in this area. But really, there's a clean-ass double bottom. I really think this is going to get taken out. And this is going to come all the way down there. So I'm going to have the cojones to at least hold this to here, at least to this wick, which is 560 pips. And then I'll start shaving profit. All right? We'll start shaving profit then. Let's go back to the OBS. See if there's anything. Okay, so DC's back. All 7 people. What up, 7 people? If you guys have any comments, if you guys wonder about any of this stuff that I'm talking about, if I'm throwing out some lingo, throwing out something you don't understand, please put it in the comment. We are in US30 sales, and if you haven't jumped in the sale, you could do now. It's not financial advice. It's just training. But you could definitely do that if you wanted to do that. This is Divergent on the 3 minute. I just don't really like the fact that this volume kind of went away, but it is what it is. No big deal. 10:30 in the morning, our time. And really, guys, our job is done. Like, really, as traders, we could close the computer right now and walk away. Our little miniature NASDAQ trade we're in is in a small bit of profit, and we're still in, like, I still have the runner from down below. So I'm actually in 2 positions on NASDAQ. I caught this. Where is that runner? Way down here? Yeah, so let's get rid of that sell because we're not selling just yet. That's probably tomorrow. All right. So, again, I did take a small entry there, but I can't remember exactly which one of these I'm in. Maybe it's this one. And we have, anyways, it doesn't matter. I'm in a runner from way down here at the bottom, and I took another entry right there. Basically, that's all I'm trying to say. 30, I'm in 2 sales right here. Goldie, we're in a buy from the bottom of right there. Let's go to the 30 minute. So we're in buys from the very bottom. Very, 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 very bottom down here. Super sniper entry. All right, I have not taken any profits yet. I have moved into break even though. I moved to break even when it got up to this area here. All right, and then I moved. And yeah, I was looking at the JP 225 the other day for Mr. Nix, I do believe. No, it wasn't him. It was Andy. And so, Andy, I don't think you're watching this. You're probably asleep, but dude, damn, that should have been your second entry. So I was telling him that this, again, Fibonacci 778, he should have been in it. Let's give him a retest. I hope he pulled the trigger on the retest because there it is. You're not going to find a cleaner double bottom retest right there. You're not going to find it. Hopefully he took that trade. So what I was going to say is, guys, as traders, we're done. We're in the trade. We have our stop loss set. We found our entry for the day. There's really nothing else to do. What up, Wayne? There's really nothing else to do. That's it. We close the computer and walk away. The other thing you could do is set alerts. So if it gets into a certain position, you want TP. Or if you stacked your entries, you took more than one entries, then you separate your tuck profits. I love that fact because if you're trading a large amount, there's what's called slippage, right? So what you could do is take several small entries, so you don't have slippage, and then stagger your take profits so you don't have to manage the trade. When it gets here, it hits. The only thing you would need to do then is move your stuff into break even. But I mean that's it. So as traders, we're done. There's our entry on 3030 right there. We just took it. We got 2 entries. We moved the first one into break even. It's going to be into a small profit. and we'll hold the higher entry. So for dirty 30, as you can see, 2 entries. I moved this first entry to take profit right there. The second entry, take profit's way down here at the bottom for, I don't even know. That's my TP1 would be like 700 pips. And that's it. There's nothing I can do. I mean, just sitting here staring at the market is not going to help anybody. So, yeah. Let's see. We got the NASDAQ. Again, I have the runner from the very bottom, and I have the second one. No big deal. That's just micros, guys. These are just small micros. No concern. There's my gold entry, full, no profit taken. I still have the full position. Maybe I should take a little bit off. Yeah, I kind of want to wait till here. So let's just do this. Let's set an alert right there. All right. So when this hits, it'll ding my phone and let me know I can close out. CAD-J, we're in profit. Let's go CAD-J. EJ, we're in profit and we're protected in profit. And so, I understand that we're selling J here, EJ, right? And we're buying J on the backside here. So those are inversely correlated, which is a bummer, but it is what it is. And UCAD, we're in profit. It broke trend line. You see, we're just holding this. We haven't shaved any profit off. And UJ, we're buying up as well. So we're selling here on that U, but we're buying on that U. So again, we're in inverse positions on this UJ and UCAD, but I mean, it is what it is because you have a whole other currency on the other side, right? So you can't make them all perfect. You can't always buy the U's because then sometimes you're buying the J and you're selling the J or whatever, right? So like it's 2 different currencies, so therefore they're not always going to move the same. This sinus infection comes straight from fucking the devil, I guess. Gnarly. All right, so that's it, guys. Let's go outside and do your sacrificial rain dances and hope this US30 turns around. I mean, look at the amount. It's overbought. I mean, it's pretty good overbought. Let's see this fucker turn around. And we're still divergent, guys. Look, on the 5-minute, we're still divergent. There's really nothing else for us to do. I'm just sitting here talking, saying the same thing and repeating the same thing over and over again. But, this is the part of the thing where you just close your computer and you walk away. Your job is done as a trader. It's 10:30 in the morning, Houston. I did my homework last night. I got up early, did my cold plunge and sauna, did all the other shit, and got up and hit the market. And it gave us an overbought. It gave us like 5 or 6 different confluences. So we took the trade. And at this stage, there's nothing else we could do about it. We just let it play out. The only other thing I was just curious of just now was if we can find, I said 5. Can we get maybe like a 6 confluence? Ha. There it is. What did I say about the second leg, guys? Okay, second leg, right? First leg, down. Second leg, down. Extension. So here's another thing. If the shallower the retracement, the less profit. The deeper the retracement, the higher the profit target is going to be. So this is lining up, this 236 on the second leg is lining up perfectly with the top of our sell zone, which the top of our sell zone has been marked with the top of this candle here. So it's really just giving us a double top, if you will. And I understand that the top is really right there, but it's really just double topping this candle, which is cool because then it leaves the real swing marker alone. And we can target that later on. So if this does reject from here, which I'm hoping it does, obviously, we will then have this clean double top as a target later on. So once this thing sells off, we will then have a good take profit when we start to buy back up. All right, so I'm not mad that it got this high. I wish it would just hurry up and fucking reject. Come on, buddy. Maybe this is the volume. It's just, the volume. I mean, we're even divergent on the 1 minute. And this is why, if someone tells you can't trade US30 and NASDAQ on the 1 minute, tell them they're idiots and they just don't know how to trade. Because you can absolutely trade it on the 1 minute, and this is what you do. You find the higher time frames, you find your confluences, and you come down to the 1 minute, and you look for the divergence, and you look for the triple tops, and then you take your trades in the 1 minute. This morning, we did it on the 3 minute. but you saw me take it live. And technically, I don't even think this is in the right spot. I think we actually took it like right about there. So we're just now probably getting into break even. All right. So I would not suggest that you guys look at the 3 minute and just start taking 10 trades a day off the 3 minute. That is not how you trade. For all those people you see out there scalping, let them do what they want to do. I personally think, in my opinion, is you look at the higher time frames like this, like the 2 hour, you find your zone, you let all this bullshit happen, and you get into your zone, and then you take a whale of a trade, and then you let it go, right? The more times you enter the market, the more times you have to lose money. So let a lot of this shit play out. I mean, yeah, you can play those double bottoms, you can play some of this stuff, but just, be patient. Once it gets there, then pull your trigger. And then once your trigger's pulled and you have your stop loss set, go do what you got to do. Go run. Go to the gym. Go, jump on your old lady. I don't know. Go do what you do. As a matter of fact, I have a meeting in a few minutes, and after that, I'm taking the boat out. Looks like shit outside. It's not very sunny, but my homeboy's coming over, and we're going to be on the boat. So this afternoon, whatever this trader wants to do, it is what it is. My stop loss set, my TP set. I'm going fishing. Just what I'm doing. So, okay. That's it, guys. I don't know what else to say. I'm running out of ammo. I guess while we're here, before we leave real quick, guys, if you join Bored Ape Solana Club, you buy their NFT, you then have access to their Discord, which has got so much crazy information on it. If you're there's only 4 of you guys on here, but if you're going to watch this later on, know that I do post over here on the chart admins section, and you have crazy amount of info here. I'm pretty sure the Market Bandits Discord is free, and there's some real killers in here. I do use My Flash Funding as my broker. They have their own Discord, and of course they have their own trading talk, and so what is this guy doing? Damn. That's a hell of a lot of trades, but, good on him if he profited 15 G's. Anyways, this is theirs, and I'm sure most of you guys are on the Pip Connect. It's where I'm at. This is the majority of the stuff that I post is on this Discord, and I'm down here with Nick. I have these 2 under the member journals. These are my own 2 tabs, so we got that going for us. I also, big shout-outs to my boy Stefano. Stefano has, he has a Telegram channel, and it's free. It's called Badass Trade Talk. That's him right here. He throws out a lot of trades. You'll see he's talking about this EU trade. There's a lot of killers on this Discord, man. There's a lot of people on here. They're just straight beast traders. This guy right here, I don't really know who he is too well. I've seen him for years now. Cat's good, man. Him and I go back and forth showing each other our markups. And a lot of times, dude, we're in the same trades, and it's just like, whoa, bro, what? So this guy Nash right here, he hits me up. I kind of like show him some stuff. So check out Stefano's free Telegram. I am somewhat active on that. I don't want to say I'm super active, but I am on there. And if you go to the dot card, you'll have access. If you click on the dot card, which will be in the description of the video, I have links to all this stuff. So if you ever, obviously we're on YouTube, so you know what my YouTube channel is, but you pull up the dot card, you have my YouTube, you have my Twitter, my Instagram, which is my trading Instagram. I obviously have a personal, and then My Flash Funding. This is if you want to open up a funded account, there you go. This is Carbon Capital, the broker that I'm currently using. There's a couple different Discords I'm active in, and then the Telegram link. All right, so you can go check out all that stuff. And again, My Flash Funding is now back available for U.S. clients. They have a web-based trader, which this is. And they're not using MT4 and MT5. As you can see, I'm in $28 a drawdown. Whoop-de fucking whip. It's only a $10,000 account. I took a small account because I wanted to try out their new platform and this whole new deal. I don't like it. It's not as good as MetaTrader, but I'm not using it to mark up trades. Mark up on TradingView, just enter the positions on here, and it is what it is, right? It's not the worst, but it's not TradingView, and it's not MetaQuotes. So it is what it is. So yeah, there is my one position. I did not pop another entry because I'm already in two positions here. I'm only in 20. I mean, I might as well just pop another one, right? Fuck it. Let's go to the 5 minute. So let's do this then. If you're still on here, 5 people, Let's reset this. Instead of popping that other entry now, God, I want to pop it now though. What the smarter thing would be for me to do is wait for this to break, then pull back, and then pop it. No, I don't use a VPN. I don't know. I think I understand where you're going with that. With the VPN, they would know what country I'm in, and therefore I could use MetaTrader because some of the companies just don't allow that for United States clients. But after you do the KYC verification, you start getting paid out, which, is the goal. So I've obviously had to do the KYC. Then they're going to know you're in the United States. And if you pay for the challenge, you can pay for crypto, but again, the KYC part of it is going to tell them you're a USA citizen, so you can't really get away from that. I think the old days of the Wild West, just using crypto, companies not having any idea where you're from, I think those days are over. To U.S. Asheville, to USA clients, flash funding not. Yes, they are. I just showed you. I live in Houston, Texas, and yes, they are. And this is their new thing. So yeah, I just opened this trading account yesterday, the day before. I've only taken one gold trade. I took a small L yesterday. See, my balance is $9,937. So I took the cheap $10,000 account just because I wanted to try this whole shit out. And they are. And if you look here on the Discord, so big prop, what up, my flash funding? The link is in my dot card. If you guys want to open an account, please do that. You come over here and you go to their announcements here, and Blake is the owner. Here it is, match trade, and for our USA clients, which they have done. So what it is you go to this match trade. Once you go to match trade's website, they'll allow you to open up the it's just on the internet, so whatever browser you use, or you could download the extension or the app, whatever you call it, for that browser, and then you don't need to be on the browser. So I went to Microsoft Edge, downloaded this, so now I just trade directly from the app here. So yeah, USA clients are good to go now. And also, guys, if you look, they're also giving away a discount because they just opened this up to USA clients again. And right now you're getting 25% off with a 110 refund. So what that means is when you get your first, let's just say the $10,000 account is $80, right? When you get your first payout, you pass the challenge and then you get a payout, they will give you the $80 back plus 10%. So they're giving you back $88 plus whatever the profit split is on that account, right? So 25% off. So it's only going to cost you $75 for the 10K account with the 110. I think they also have this one that's available. It's the same thing, actually. Website, same code, 25 and 10. And this one was 23, but it's 115. So if you come on their Discord's free. So if you just go to their website, there has a link to their Discord, and then you just do your verification, whatever. And so if you're a trader and you're not in any Discords, and you're just on a Telegram, or you're just a random person watching this, click on my dot card, go to the Discord. You can sign up free, the whole deal, and then you can come in here to the trading or the general chat, and then you see guys like me posting. For example, these are my posts right here. 300 pips on NAS. That was the trade before I broke even. Or not, excuse me, not breaking, before I took my profit. So, and then here we go. Here's my market from yesterday. Guys, I told you I plan A and plan B. So what did I say yesterday? Up to this area and then sell off. And so when I woke up this morning, that was the plan, and the plan is in progress. It hasn't started to sell off yet, so we'll see how it goes. All right, my buddy is on the way over. He's texting me now, so I'm out of here, guys. Hey, our job as traders is over. We close the computers and we let this shit go. I don't want you guys to stand at the computers and worry about this all day long. Go do what you do in life and check on it in an hour or two. If it's going to hit stop loss, it's going to hit stop loss. If it's going to hit profit, it's going to hit profit. So we just fucking let it do what it's going to do. All right, guys? You guys have a great day. I thank you very much. Please subscribe. Please like the channel. If you have any questions, please hit me up. I think all four of you